In this celebratory year of 150 years, Loreto in Australia and Southeast Asia, we pause to reflect on the gift of Mother Gonzaga Barry's letters to her dearest children in the school magazine Eucalyptus Blossoms. The quotation for this month is, "For your life, given you by God, is a canvas on which are painted the portraits and the scenes of everyday life." In this letter to my dear children, the affectionate old mother, as she signed herself, is expounding the virtues of an 1888 exhibition in Melbourne. She encourages the readers to visit the exhibition, but with prepared minds and hearts. Such preparation consists in recognizing the value of images, sounds, and movements in the heart, all with a goal of creating a worthy picture gallery which can be visited at any time for interest and consolation, no matter the age, time, nor season. In the play Serious Business by Bridget Coleridge, being performed in each school as part of the 2025 travelling exhibition, there is a conversation between Gonzaga and the student, seriously attached to her mobile phone. "Gonzaga, even though I was no artist, I've always understood how art has helped me make sense of my own life experiences, or how a painting or a play or a piece of music can create a moment outside of the everyday that takes me out of myself." The student: "I can understand that. I love those things too, even though they're not as useful or practical as other subjects." Gonzaga: "Oh, I know about practicality. It's hard to resist, isn't it? But I also know you can't survive on practicality alone. You need beautiful, imaginative, deeply impractical things too. You seem to look at a lot of pictures, but my students didn't. They only had pictures in books or the ones that they made themselves. One year there was an art exhibition in Melbourne showing art from all over the world. They built an enormous building to house all the works, and all the students were wild to go." The student: "So did they?" Gonzaga Barry: "No, it was too expensive and too far to go, but their enthusiasm reminded me that art can be a great teacher about life, so I told them that you hold a small gallery in your memory, that your life is like a canvas on which you are constantly painting and making. You know that there will be sadness and hardships, of course, but you can take responsibility for creating beauty too, whatever it is that you find beautiful, for making sure it's there on the walls alongside everything else." All of us can and do create beauty, as Gonzaga suggests. As well as public and private photos or pieces of art we treasure, we store beauty on screensavers, in the phone gallery, on Facebook, Instagram. These captured images are prompts to pray for those we love, to be grateful, to be grace-filled, generous and kind, and to be creative. In an interview on The Drum about her recent book, The House That Joy Built, Holly Ringland was asked how we can possibly hold the tragic images, events we see every day in our world with the beauty and goodness that our heart sees and desires. How do we hold and resolve this creative tension? Holly replied, "It's about creativity, the ability to find wonder and the desire to respond to what we find startling. Everything that you love to do is inside you, and the power that you have is to let yourself love what you love to do without shame. It doesn't have to be outwards. You can do it alone, and that little act of revolution will change you." As men and women of the gospel in the spirit of Gonzaga Barry, let us seek to let grace work creatively in our hearts.